I wrote 262 and I think got it.
Wow, that's fucked. I was about to throw out a eject quote, but I decided not to. Anyways, so the stream configuration quality is excellent. So we are online right now. So hey everyone, Crusnik X here with another Final Fantasy XIV live stream. Alongside me, as always, is Toshi Fullbuster and Angel Beards, who are still hanging out with me from the previous video. So when we left off, I had shown you the opening scene. We're gonna be making 3 new characters throughout this. The first one we're gonna do is in Ul'dah. Well, will be situated in Ul'dah. I'm gonna first and foremost save the appearance data on my main character, Chris Valentine. And if you want to add me, if any of you are on Lamia server who are watching, feel free to add me on Lamia, Chris Valentine. If any of you are on Famfrit, feel free to add Toshi Fullbuster. I can't remember his username off the top of my head. If you Toshi, if you want to...
Don't worry about it. Remember, you want to be first with Chris? Well, let's call him Mr. Coconut first.
Oh, fuck you too. And if you're on Lamia and you want to add Angel, Tenchi Hana, who... And if you want to join Alarubra, feel free to, because we're always welcoming new members. But I'm not here to shamelessly plug everything of ours. I'm gonna make a new character, and I'm gonna load the appearance data of my Zayla, because I'm awesome like that. Alright, now we can show the gameplay being broadcast, because it's no longer a block scene. So we're gonna check height. I think everything is right in terms of everything else. Yep, everything looks right. All these characters are gonna essentially be the same look, unfortunately, because I like my Aura the way he is right now. I may brighten up the eyes though. Eye color, that's what I want. Nah, I like that deep green, so then we'll ring color black. Eyebrows are good. Nose is good. Mouth is good. Actually, let's check the mouth again. Yeah, unfortunately, all the plots are taken. Alright, everything's set, so confirm. And I don't want to save appearance data. We're going to do second astral moon, third sun, because my birthday is on March 3rd, which already passed. I can't believe I'm already 26. Oh my god.
You're 30.
What's that? You thought I was 30?
Maybe.
You're a dick! You should know, you have me on Facebook, dude!
I'm sorry. You need to.
You're sorry. Alright, now, we've got 3 different classes we could do with this. I can either do Gladiator, Pugilist, or Thaumaturge. I'm not sure.
So, Paladin, Monk, or Black Mage?
Yeah, pretty much.
Which one you want to try best?
Well, when I originally started the game, I started out as a monk. So I started out as a pugilist, and then I progressed it. And then once Heavensward hit, I decided to do fucking Dark Knight because it was fucking awesome!
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. This is gonna be like one of the toughest decisions I make, because this pretty much affects everything. But I guess I will. I guess I'll start off as a. Damn it. This is really going to be tough for me, because I only know Gladiator up to frickin' level 30. So I'm going to be relearning a lot of shit. At least until we get to the Heavensward content and I can frickin' switch over.
A little bit about the paladin. It's really easy and simple. It's not that hard of a rotation. The one that's like the one you really need to memorize and is probably going to be Warrior.
Yeah, Warrior's going to probably be tough. We are going to go through a lot of the alternate jobs as well. We're going to be essentially going through all the jobs. I will do the level 30 quests for all the jobs for those of you who have never played Final Fantasy XIV. So you'll basically be getting a sense of what's going on throughout the storyline. But I think for this one, we will stick with Gladiator. We will be doing separate videos each time we do a big Gladiator quest, like a big job quest or a big class quest. Just to give you an idea. Or at least I'll highlight the main quest and I'll separate it into another video just in case you didn't see. But we're gonna do. Anyway, we're gonna do Gladiator. What the hell is that in the background?
I don't know.
Is that Mimi? I think Angel's talking to Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Won't you say it's true?
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna get into Gladiator. And I'm gonna be, unfortunately, offering voiceovers. Oh, sweet, we got a spot in Lamia. Alright, let's change the name up a bit. We're gonna do... For this one, we're gonna do... What the hell? Oh, keyboard, that's right.
Derpy. And we just witnessed another derpy moment from Chris.
Oh, bite me.
No.
I'm gonna name my character. I'm gonna try and struggle to name my character Shizuo Heiwajima.
Shizuo really like
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if this shit works. Nope, can be used. Fuck it. Okay, we got a name. Bayan Oronir will be our first character, and this will be the one we'll be running through Ul'dah.
So, what is his race?
He is an Aura, of course.
Figures.
And oh, damn it, we entered another block scene. I hate this. Oh, nope, never mind. I was wrong. I thought we were going to be entering a block scene, but we didn't. It just
You
did
can
it.
just skip the first one. You can just skip the first one.
I'm not skipping the first. You can't skip the first one. Unfortunately, I will be unfortunately for unvoiced cutscenes. I will be offering my failed attempt at a voiceover.
Okay. What the hell is that? Oh, here it is.
I always hated this part because it was just like the longest drawn out intro sequence. No, don't go into the light, you idiot! It means you're dead!
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, dipshit! And now we get decked out in paladin gear, even though this won't be the gear we keep. And slash. And that's the end of that. Alright, let's open up. Hey! Hey, you!
What?
Not you. Not you, Toshi.
Oh, sorry.
You're alright, lad. You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry.
He's not British. Something, but he's not British, which is cool.
Well, that's what I'm aiming for. You there! Halt!
What? Oh, never mind.
What's this all about? Inspection! Men, search the carriage! I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look! Somnus! Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days. Unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Ah! Amalja! Amalja! 2 arms! 2 arms! Seven hells! Consider this a warning! Now go! All of you! And now we watch this guy. Ooh! That was a... I gotta give it to the Amalja. They will give some brutal hits. That dude, the Amalja fucking sent that dude flying. Phew. That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits, they are. Only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, You mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'd wager you're one of them new adventurers. I know it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Now, there are 4 choices here that I can use. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or I can just stay silent. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to choose to gain power with this one. Power? As in power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Ul'dah's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just a reminder, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, this is your first trip to Ul'dah. We're gonna say no, seeing as how I've played this game before. But of course it ain't. Still, might be as this journeyed itinerant has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Ul'dah's ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarious cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizard Men, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers. Need breeding profit. And though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last, behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folks turn sand into gold. Yeah, I apologize. I'm terrible at voiceovers.
It's okay, don't worry about it, it's pretty good.
Whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the valley.
And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traitors nurture our fortunes as they give flames which burn not so. For by fire are we reborn.
And so begins the first part of Final Fantasy XIV, the Ul'dah arc. We will...
Albanian.
What's that?
You're Albanian.
Ul'dah.
Yeah, Albanian.
No.
Ul'dah.
Yeah, it's pronounced Ul'dah.
Oh, whatever.
I'm going to correct your ass. I know, I'm gonna sound like an asshole this entire trip, but it's gonna...
Well, I'm Gridanian, so whatever.
Yeah. Oi!
So
Ventura!
I'm from Linda. Am I a Lithuanian?
Lominson, actually.
I know.
Anyway, back to the cutscenes. Oi! Ventura! Over here! Aye, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Name's Wymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even. Just this once, like. And now we have fun. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanland. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Controller, of course. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. When you are ready to proceed, speak to Wymond. So we have our regular fast blade, which I'm going to switch to X in a minute. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm going to do it now. Because I know I'm just going to mash the X button a lot. Now, I just want to show what happens if you don't speak to Wymond first. Because if you walk away and just go like this... Don't be like that, friend. I promise I'll make it worth your while. And it brings you right back to the beginning. Now keep in mind I'm playing this on PS4, so it's a little bit difficult to work with, and this freaking touchpad is like the worst. So, anyways. I hate how it cuts off, my TV cuts off everything. So we're gonna talk, initiating quest, blah, 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 blah. Disable all active help windows, because I don't need them. Anyway, so we're gonna speak to Wymond. "'Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off to the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged, or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the Quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring, adventurer." Oh, now I can hear an echo. Who's watching my live stream?
Not me.
Not me.
Yeah, well. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Blah, 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 blah. Speak with Momodi. I need to get...
Justice.
Great, now I get to do my first female now I get to do my first female voice. Ugh. This is gonna suck.
Oh god.
Here we go.
This is gonna be hilarious.
This is gonna suck. Anyways, here we go. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on... forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry, and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder. It's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think that people would remember something like that. But the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame that our recollections of those brave heroes are just as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us in the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten. So we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I continue to welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the Quicksand too. Anyhow, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Bayan Oronir. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Mr. Oronir. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness, I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You too, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy! Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Not an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you worked hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women's folk from time to time. Anyway, welcome to Ul'dah, Bayan. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little bit about Fair City.
Finally, guys. Thank you about your time.
Man, that's winding. And that concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momodi Modi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. I wonder if I were to just run... I know nobody can fucking see me, but... Alright.
What now?
The what?
He always said one. Horde.
Alright, so we're gonna get on to the next part. I'll probably get as far as the first... I'll probably get as far as the first, what is it? You know what? We'll just keep going. So, Momodi, the proprietor of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like to perform as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetherite. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Bayan? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Coliseum. Assuming that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll find no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Bayan. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetherite Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after the guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for the up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down in your small clothes without a guild to your name. Yeah, they just introduced that smith with their most recent update. It's part of the whole... It's an add-on from the Heavensward updates, but I think it applies to Reborn too, so I don't really know. But now I can see people. Alright, let's see. Greetings, I am one of the Smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the Adventurer's Mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of Mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you in any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts, and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on adventures. I highly recommend you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Pray, do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have less than 40 hours of playtime since they first entered Eorzea. Amongst Eorzea's thriving population, there are seasoned players known as blah blah blah. When a new adventurer and mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain the Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. Yep, whatever. Alright, off to work.
I hope mentor will notice me.
You and your senpai notice me, crap. Oh, and the reason with all... If you're wondering... Why can't I?
Because first, you're not my dad. He's a
You're not my dad.
jerk. Oh yeah, there's actually one thing called I hope mentor notice me, which is by doing that.
Alright, so we're gonna attune to the 8th rank. And now the next cutscene shows up. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi from the Quicksand? Excellent! Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That would be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. Apologies, but I so do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport. Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to know more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Well, now I've learned return. Whoop-de-frickin-do. You attune to with the aetherite, you are now able to use the return spell. Alright, next up, the Gladiators Guild. I still want to get a fat cat minion.
They're cute. They roll along.
And I should probably visit... I should probably also visit the, before I even do, the next part of the Close to Home quest, I am going to attune to the Aetherite at the Thaumaturge's Guild. I cannot wait till Hatching Tide is over. You now have access to the Aethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Aethernet shards. I still need to get a new TV that doesn't cut off borders, because it's really aggravating for me. Here we are. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, friend. Tell me, are you new to the thrills of Mortal Kombat? Well, whether you are or not, you are new to us. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the bloodstands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the Sultanate? There's not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of this than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy. And if your soul stirs, join us. Oh, God. Talk about long-winded. While I'm at it, I might as well equip that ring that Brent gave me. Where's that aetheryte? There it is.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm still gonna get that. The sleeping cone.
Sleeping cone?
Yeah, the crimson cone.
Oh.
Oh, it's still really expensive, but it's really cute though.
Oh, they put the Calamity Salvager here now. Yeah, I can't purchase any of the achievement awards. We missed out on a lot. With these characters, we're missing out on a lot of previous seasonal quests and whatnot. But well, I'll show cutscenes from those some other time. Alright, here we are, Cesaruga. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course. Yes, I am Cesaruga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee... What? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services. But the fact that you offer nothing is laughable. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Ul'dah passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man could ever devise can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely there is not something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now, off with you! I wish I had a higher quality microphone than my frickin' PlayStation camera. How was your tour of the city, Bayan? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Alright, our next main scenario quest is at level 4, so we're gonna have to frickin' do a lot of leveling.
Getting sleepy.
I'm just getting hella lazy.
Well, maybe you should start on your crafting then, there, Angel. So, how are you taking the Ul'dah, Bayan? Make any new friends in high places yet? Well, when you have the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about old Wymond. Long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josiah's at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the men will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this evening? A missive from Wyman. Alright then, let's have a look. Bird is barren. Let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. And that takes care of that.
Oh, poor birdie.
Yeah, right? You know, I guess I should probably do the first, Gladiator quest. Alright. Nope, not this one. This one. Lulutsu wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Gladiators Guild. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend? Or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Man, that is dark.
That is mean.
That is mean. What do you think, Angel?
Savage. I remember when she said that to me, I was like, damn, she could have just been nice about it.
Yeah, right?
She's gonna be good and gonna have nowhere to live. I was like, damn.
Yeah, right? Alright, let's join the Gladiators Guild. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Bayan Oronir. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mylia. Seek her out and obtain her approval. I heard Lutsu. So you're Bayan Oronir. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mylia, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts? I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons? Perhaps you think it's easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade is, is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Bayan, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and, if it be your fate, die by it? Damn straight I do. Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Let's not waste time, shall we? I will gauge your aptitude for the sword. Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. A simple task, but essential to your training nonetheless. Now go!
Okay. Talk about bossy. My God.
How's my voiceover so far?
It's bossy. It's very bossy that made me like, yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have something better in store. I hate how I have to run everywhere. He is unfucking believable. Mapping the... Wait, what? I just got the achievement mapping the realm central Danaland. like automatically.
Yeah, they did that.
They did?
that.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
That's bullshit.
Pretty much I did it. Like, you don't need now to walk anymore.
That's bullshit.
Like, well,
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna do those missions with you, but I can't be in this party right now. I have to go through 14.
All right, no problem.
But just hit me up in the SC whenever you need me.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Take care, Angel.
Bye, girl.
All right, so it's just you and me, Toshi.
Aye, Captain. That wasn't me.
What?
Somebody keeps stuck in the mines and they're casting really crazy rain.
Oh. I just got my first free company invite on this character.
What? Which one?
I don't know. Details. The Dragon Gods. And I'll just let it run out. Why does that have anything to do with anything?
Because some FCs are pretty much into dragons and stuff.
Yeah, well, this is one aura they won't be getting, unfortunately.
Okay. Drawing a card. Ministry.
Whew.
Ow.
Okay, we've got them all. Now to report back to Mylia.
Senpai noticed you.
Oh, why did I do that?
What do you do?
I ran away from the Aetheryte forgetting that I frickin' attuned to the Gladiators Guild already, so... Oh, damn it, and I did another... And I had another D-to-D moment. Okay, now we're in the right place. I think what I'm gonna do is get up at least to level 5 on this one, and then we'll stop there. Welcome back, Bayan. I take it you've dispatched the beast, and with each... Rest assured there will be far greater challenges to come. If you wish to master the sword, you must test yourself against a wide variety of foes. To this end, I present to you this hunting log. It contains information on creatures ideal for a gladiator in training. You will doubtless gain valuable experience should you seek out and slay them. It is only with such practice that you will recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding aught else. Until then, Bayan. The next Gladiator quest will be available from Mylio upon reaching level 5. Alright, and we have obtained the hunting log. Now to do my least favorite quest of them all. The one right outside the Gladiators Guild. Ah! What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Hey, hold on a sec. Damn it, I wish Angel was here.
Why?
Because she would have had something to say about that.
Oh, okay, Angel was like, oh, hell no, this bitch.
Yeah, I know, right? Such shocking, unbelievable insolence! And now look! Look at how my gill is scattered across the ground! Pick it up! Right this instant!
Oh, hell no.
If it wasn't for the fact that it gives me experience points, I wouldn't do this shit. And I can do it all from one spot. My gill! Now! And there had better be not missing! This appears to be everything. What are you still staring at? Are you expecting some kind of reward? The insolence. Yeah, don't flatter yourself, bitch.
Oh my god, people like that are very, very mean.
I hate them. I hate people like that.
Same here.
Alright, let's...
Like, really. Well, but that's it, Chris. The world is full of people like that, so.
Amen to that. Alright, let's check our hunting log. You know what? Let's slay some little ladybugs out in Western Thanalan. And that should hit us level 5. Oh, look at... Oh, I attained level 3. Whoops. I hate this. It was so much better to frickin' have... It was so much better when you actually had to frickin' explore. That was one thing that frickin' Final Fantasy XIV did right. And now they fucked it up. You know, I probably should go back to Ul'dah, though.
Awesome.
Because I could be earning quicker EXP if I had what I need. Allow me to explain. I was one of the many who bought the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn Collector's Edition when this game first came out 3 years ago. So I have a lot of rewards to kind of pull out of my ass here. So, you know what? I'm gonna go get them. What's that?
I was killed.
Again?
I was killed. That was one time. Just one time.
You know,
Don't worry.
the music that played during Hatching Tide kind of reminds me of something you'd hear in Chobits.
Really?
Yeah, listen to it. I mean, have you ever watched the Chobits anime? Have you? He's actually thinking about this, folks.
What?
He hasn't given me a straight answer yet, folks.
Give me a second. I was actually typing something to someone.
Oh.
Okay, what were you saying again?
Have you ever watched the Chobits anime?
No.
Alright, well, if you watch the Chobits anime, you'd, recognize it. This sounds exactly like something that would come out of Chobits.
Okay.
But anyway, we're gonna go to the delivery Moogle and get my shit. I am not doing that high-pitched voice that frickin' you would expect. Greetings, tall one. I am a delivery Moogle.
No. You need to emphasize the Koopa.
Fine, I'll do the voice. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why indeed? If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of. That is until the little horn ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might capture and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way. Look what we have here. 20 new letters have arrived just for you. Alright, we got my Helm of Light.
Oh, God.
What?
Nothing?
My baby Behemoth. My Behemoth Barding. My Coral Bell. My Wind-Up Cursor minion in a File of Fantasia, in case I want to change my character later. My Black Chocobo Chick minion and a Cascader Uniform Voucher.
Hey, Chris.
My Beady Eye minion and a Voidal Resonator.
Hey, Chris, I think something you will laugh.
What?
I think I have the Cascadia thingy, but I didn't know back then what it was for. I threw it away.
Oh, God. You didn't...
That was a...
Didn't you ask for it back?
No, I don't know how to, but...
There's this little setting.
Accidentally...
You can... If you click the reward delivery request, they might be... The guild masters might be... The game masters might be able to supply a new one to you.
Wait, where do you do that?
You go to the delivery Moogle, and there's a button on the top right that says reward delivery request, and you just explain your plight. Anyways, Behemoth Warhorn and a Wind-Up Leader minion. We have the Wind-Up Odin minion and complimentary Aetherite tickets, as well as a Wind-Up Warrior of Light minion and a set of Barding of Light. A Wind-Up Goblin minion and a Goblin cap.
And obviously your Cloud Strive thingy.
Hold on. My fat chocobo whistle. My wind-up Moogle minion. My wind-up Gilgamesh minion and a copy of Inquire Within. A wind-up Nanamo minion and a fat chocobo head. I have retained my subscription. Enclosed is a 4-piece set of Advent attire. May it... Never mind.
Sleipnir. Besides, made it through item level 220 Astrologian.
Nice. Sleipnir horn.
Yep.
My Baron circlet, Baron earrings, and Chocobo Chick Courier minion for buying Heavensward Collector's Edition. Baron helm, Griffin flying mount, wind up cane minion, as well as another File of Fantasia. And last but certainly not least, my 5-piece set of Wild Rose attire. Warning, a rose by any other name would not smell as sweet. Alright, let's put some of this... Let's throw some of this shit on. Sort. Oh, I am so changing this when I get back on the PC, but I gotta play this for a few. But for right now, go to character. I can equip the Helm of Light and hide it. I can wear my strife vest, my strife gloves, no belt, strife bags, and strife boots. Alright, so I'm level 3 now, so I've still got a long ways to go before I get to my level 5, but I am going to tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours? Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel enough, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Danalan. So wait, let me ask you something else, Toshi. Did they do that with all the Realm Reborn maps? Wow, that is fucked.
Probably because, I don't know, homegrown Reborn. Heavensward, you have to search for anything.
Yeah.
But probably they did that because, I don't know, many people were dying exploring some of the maps. So probably they did that as a helping thing.
I call that a hindrance because you were actually earning experience by exploring. That was like a good thing.
Well, things probably change. Probably people are gonna complain about it, who knows?
Get good. Back already, are you? Come, let us see what you brought. Exceptional! These are fine shrew pelts indeed. Well done, my friend. The Pugilist Guild is among my largest clients. I fear what would have come to pass had this order been delayed any longer. Take this, You've more than earned it. I'm gonna take the Alagan tin pieces, because I know I can get better gear if I really wanted it. Let's see now. Let's see, what other ones could I do? Oh, I can do my next main scenario quest. I forgot about that. I will be so glad when Hatching Tatty's over. Alright. Momody of the Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bands about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Danland, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to. And he, you. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Danland. Just head out the door across the hall, and you'll see the Gate of Nod staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it for long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Can't wait till I get a mount.
And of course I'm laggy.
Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect? I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafeld passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldahs work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain. And there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. So, what do you got? Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out there. It isn't much. But go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. When you feel like killing yourself. Once knew a guy who got so bored he shot himself in the foot just to break the monotony. Kinda see why that comes to mind right now. Halt! Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papa-san. By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new poet has my nerves on a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa-san my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Running, running, running. West in front, clear. East in front, clear. For me, from Papa-san, a twilight pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. That was a terrible joke. "12, save me! Scorching days, freezing nights! This post will be the end of me!" "A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do!" "Now that's a refreshing goddamned pretzel! I feel reborn!" That works for me. You've returned, with a deal of pure pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan Sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. Alright, I've reached level 5. Alright, I think I will sign off here for this video. And yeah, we'll do another one next. We'll probably do another video tomorrow. But anyways, so thanks a lot to Angel Beards for joining us. Thanks a lot to Toshi Fullbuster, who's always been a trusted ally of mine for God knows how long. Yep. But anyway, I'll see you next video. Crusnik out.